From the same director that brought you movies like Train to Busan, I just got done watching his brand new film Revelations on Netflix. Man, I have a lot of thoughts about this movie. So, to kind of keep it simple, you have a story that's focused on these three characters: the pastor, the predator, and the detective. And both the pastor and the detective have different encounters with this predator. So let's talk about the pastor real quick, where he is kind of a young, up and coming pastor. Um, his elder pastor is building the super church, and he's looking for somebody to kind of run things. But this pastor is also dealing with the fact that his wife is committing adultery, is cheating on him, and he's kind of introduced as this pushover, but he's very much a man of his faith. He's very devoted to his faith. So once this predator character kind of gets released from prison, it kind of is alarming to the neighborhood. You see him following this young girl, and you see the detective kind of spot him out, but does not pursue him because obviously you can't charge her for nothing if he hasn't done a crime or anything. But this detective has some history with this predator, and this predator kidnapped her sister, and because of the events of what happened with her sister, she kind of blames not only herself, she feels a lot of guilt. She's really traumatized by this whole entire situation and this predator being let free. So now what ends up happening is the pastor gets a phone call from his wife saying, "Why didn't you pick up our son? He's missing." And this sends him through a frenzy. He doesn't know what to do. And he starts to remember the predator that he let into his church, and he tried to recruit him into the church because he felt bad for him. He felt like he could redeem himself, but he ends up just tailing him to an unknown location, and they get into it. They get into like a little scuffle. One thing leads to the next, where by the grace of God, he thinks that he ends up killing this predator. And here come to find out that his son was actually just over his friend's house. So then there's an actual child out there that is missing. So now it just becomes this kind of cat and mouse chase of like finding out where this little girl's at, while also seeing this transformation that this pastor is going through, while also seeing the detective deal with her demons and her being haunted by her sister and trying to look for closure for her so this doesn't happen to another person. And this movie just goes in so many different directions I wasn't really expecting, and a lot of twists and turns, character motives that are just crazy. Like, I swear the pastor um turns into like Light Yagami at this point, where I was just like, bro, who does this guy think he is? And just I need to see more of this character. It makes me wish that this whole entire movie was turned into like a 6-part mini series or something like that, because I definitely want to see more of that character, because he became very interesting at the halfway point of this movie, and the downward spiral that his character takes is very interesting. um and just how all these characters have something in common with one another in some way. You know what I'm saying? And even them kind of breaking down why the predator is the way that he is the reason why he was able to kind of walk free. And yeah, overall, really dope movie. I thought the performances were really dope. This was an interesting crime thriller. Kept me really at the edge of my seat because I just didn't know what was going to happen next. I hope they make a second movie or something like that. Has a lot of potential with just all these different characters. But if you get around to checking this out, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Till next time, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.